First Nation Airways, one of the domestic airlines in the country that was recently fined 33.5 million naira for violation of safety regulations, has changed its certificate of airworthiness from scheduled airline to non-scheduled operator. This was revealed by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. The agency explained the airline had downscaled its operations from scheduled operator to non-scheduled, saying that the status will remain so until it increases its fleet to at least 2 and would have to meet the requirements for scheduled services. Meanwhile, the airline in a press statement said airworthiness status has not been downgraded. The carrier also added that it is working with the NCAA with respect to the outcome of its appeal. The demise of Nigeria Airways is one of the reasons the nation's aviation sector is struggling. That's the view of a former PRO of the defunct airline, Mr. Chris Andy.
Why today, whatever anybody likes to see, however anybody wants to see it, those who liquidated Nigeria Airways did so much injury to this country, so much harm and so much injury to this country. They will tell you about corruption as if they were wiping out corruption. They never wiped out corruption. Even as they were liquidating Nigeria Airways, they were still, supporting corrupt practices within the airline. Some funny payments were made, funny payments, while Mwazota panel was sitting. If and only if they had allowed IFC to privatize Nigeria Airways, we will not be where we are today. Even if before then, if they allowed the earlier privatization of Nigeria Airways to go, we will not be where we were today. But immediately Nigeria Airways was liquidated, the ministry took over BASA, not just BASA agreements, bilateral service agreement negotiation. They took over commercial agreements. Commercial agreements are usually between airlines, not between ministry and an airline.
The African Partnership flights, being co-hosted by the U.S. Air Force and the Nigerian Air Force, with the theme Aero-Medical Evacuation and Aero-Medical Deployment, has come to a close after 5 days of interaction. At the closing session, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Defense and a representative of the United States team noted that it was important to develop critical capability of the participants to take care of casualties.
Being able to take care of casualties and provide effective medical support is critical for any military in the world. Not only because it provides confidence to those of us that fight on the ground, knowing that if we're injured or wounded in combat, that we have a care system that's going to be able to keep us alive and return us back to our loved ones if the worst should happen. But also, as we saw in this exercise, it's critical because the military has so much more important role than merely defending the country. It also has a critical role in serving the people of that nation.
Without doubt, the underlying motivation for this and similar programs is capacity building and mutual and respectful cooperation. This has become essential more than ever before because success in overcoming the various security challenges confronting African countries today lie in joint operations with neighboring countries, and also allied countries.
The Africa flight conveying the returnees taxis into the cargo area of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in the evening. When the door opens, it's a group of unaccompanied minors who first make their way down. Then 106 females follow, some of whom arrive with children. According to the IOM, 2,400 people have lost their lives at sea, and it is important to settle returnees here at home.
The fact that this flight has about 18 or so unaccompanied minors, as you saw yourselves, these are really children. They are young. You look at them, they are young boys, young girls who were detained in Libya, right? And through IOM, we do a lot of family tracing, and we work with some government partners to do that, but we really, our colleagues travel all over the country. Usually it's the south of the country that's most relevant in this case, and we do family tracing. We go out and we try and find their families. Already about 2,300 Nigerians home safely this year is a huge success, right? And this is, I believe, our 11th flight, right, since February. So I mean, that's important to note as well, is that you know, that in most cases these are economic migrants, right, including the children.
Reports say Lebanon has helped foil an alleged plot to blow up a plane traveling from Australia to the United Arab Emirates this month. Australian police this month charged brothers Khaled Kayat and Mahmoud Kayat on 2 counts of planning a terrorist attack after conducting raids to disrupt what authorities described as a plot to bomb an Etihad Airways flight. One of the men's brothers, Tariq Kayat, had moved to the Islamic State stronghold of Raqqa in Syria and became a commander in the jihadist group more than a year ago. The plot was foiled because the luggage exceeded the airline's weight limit, and the plane involved had 120 Lebanese passengers on board, in addition to other nationals.
Etihad Airways weighed the hand luggage because it measures weight, not just size. It was 7 kilos overweight. It happened that Amir's friend was there to help his departure from Sydney Airport, but because of the weight, the operation was cancelled, and the cooperation started between Lebanon's intelligence agency and its counterpart in Australia. The sad part is that on the plane, 120 of the 400 passengers were Lebanese. For 4 Lebanese people in Australia to blow up an Emirati flight, the whole world has to be open.